This is Backton Hill, Pennsylvania, situated 35 miles from Philadelphia, on the highest point of land from here to the sea 100 miles away. It is the site of an abandoned limestone quarry on which one will find the studio of Bill Freeland. Bill Freeland was raised in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, and though educated as a painter at the Philadelphia College of Art and the Hans Hofmann School, over the last 15 or 20 years, he has turned more and more to three-dimensional construction as he has probed deeper into his own experience. It is in his combination studio and living place that Bill works to turn materials into three-dimensional objects. To him, the place where he lives, his lifestyle, is part of his work, where there is no separation between life and work. The artist's objective seems to be to explore the possibilities inherent in technologies like steelmaking or sailing, the possibilities inherent in materials like coal or rope, as a way of discovering a three-dimensional vocabulary that will express his experience of the world. All of this places Bill in the most time-honored tradition of artists. When I went to art school, he has said, I thought I was taking vows. I thought that in a world of madness, art was a place that would make life bearable.
I work much like a writer works. I'm not involved in art theorems or manifestos or anything of this sort. I think of art as like a byproduct of living, whether it's an experience that I might have in spending a period of time in Ireland, or whether it's fishing or sailing, what have you, or going back to a childhood birthplace like Pittsburgh. First, there is some moment that I would like to recapture. Then I start thinking of it in terms of what kind of form does it suggest, materials that it might suggest, and pursue it from that. It's kind of a pursuit of self, a query.
This film is about a commissioned sculpture completed in 1986 entitled Elemental Intervals. The piece was designed as an integral part of the architectural whole. Bill, for example, specified the alternating stripes of red and black brickwork. They are part of elemental intervals. The verticality of his construction was deliberately designed to complement the horizontal lines in the building.
Beautiful experiences that I can think of is sitting and listening to the orchestra and listening to all of this genius curbing egos in order to arrive at a beautiful sound. And I must admit, I think this piece had somewhat of the same thrill, the whole idea of working in concert with other people. I like it.
I can make it around because it is between 10 and 10. No, that's an 11. Just one.
Before the piece could be hung, a wooden template was constructed in order to more accurately drill holes that would receive the hanger bolts.
He has said that for him the work process is a ritual filled with joy and fulfillment. That, quote, working is why I work. Not to manufacture a product, but to be rewarded by the process of working.
It's all right. We get up and let this go. That one's slacking out. Oh, yeah, this is going to slide around, aren't you?
In October 1980, Theodore Wolff said in a Christian Science Monitor review that the pieces look like, quote, models for mysterious inventions. Inventions created expressly to delight and enchant. They stir, he said, elusive memories which never find a verbal identity, but which, perhaps for that very reason, remain perpetually intriguing and satisfying.
Okay, good. I got it.
In doing a commission piece like this, it's kind of nice if there's some sort of human element that kind of comes in. John Acevati, the one who commissioned me to do the piece, he had a request. He wanted me to dedicate the piece to his father. I said, John, maybe you could possibly get me a rock from a house that your father has built. So I guess it was about the time we were putting up the template on the wall. John called me over to his vehicle. Lo and behold, he hands me this rock. He said, you got me in a lot of trouble. When I came through customs in Italy, they wanted to know if it was part of the Colosseum. We took that rock up the day we placed the rocks, and John and John's son and myself, we went up on the lift, and John placed the rock, and as he placed the rock, it was the first rock to go in the cage. He said to me, he said, you place your hand on the rock. I said, what? He said, place your hand on the rock. I placed my hand on the rock, and I felt I was part of a pact, or the finalizing of a promise. His friends gave me a hand here and there to do the work. We went to a quarry, we hand selected each rock. Each rock had to be a certain size and approximately the same color. But this also makes the whole experience a little richer.
mental intervals is about the resurrection of the city. Out of a wilderness of decay comes rebirth through imagination, discipline, and work. The wildness within is curbed. Freeland's rough rock, embedded in a cage of finely crafted brass and aluminum, is the primitive, the untamed. Treated with respect, it is placed with care into the restraints of craft. It is taken from the wild and remanded to an existence in beauty. Of course, all of that is only my interpretation, a part of my own dialogue with Freeland's art. As I watch him work on this piece, as I see the product of his craft, I see a metaphor for community renewal. I see him modeling that renewal for us in his labor and in his vision. And it may be that the metaphor I speak of was never consciously considered by him, that the metaphor is just a hopeful translation made by one member of his audience in dialogue with the essential self of this artist.
I become interested in a side of myself that I'd like to pursue, like I said, as a particular incident, a particular place, particular people. Again, much like I said a writer does. They probably pertain to moments, people, places, things that I don't want to kind of slip by without comment, without saying something about them.